Hey guys, it's Hannah, and today I'm coming to you with my May currently reading video. So for those of you who don't know, my currently reading videos are essentially what replaced TBRs for me, and I basically just go through all of the books that I'm currently in the middle of and update you guys on what I am currently reading. Hence the name. I don't know why I'm explaining this. But I am currently in the middle of 4 books, and without any further ado, let's get into all of them. So the first book that I'm currently reading right now, and the one that is kind of my main priority, is The Dream Thieves by Maggie Stiefvater. This doesn't have the dust jacket on it because I am borrowing it from a friend. I finished The Raven Boys just a couple of days ago, and I was obsessed with it, and now I'm borrowing the second one so I can continue on in the series. I am loving this series. I had kind of backed away from YA series a little bit because I haven't had many good experiences with them lately, so I just kind of put them off and I was putting all the ones on my TBR on the back burner. But then everyone was talking about The Raven King, and my friends in real life and on BookTube all really love this series, so I just decided that I might as well pick it up because everyone's saying great things about it and I want to know what it's all about. And I am so happy that I did because I am absolutely loving it. The writing is beautiful, the characters are so fantastic. I am just in too deep with all of them. I adore them. The plot is really interesting. It's honestly unlike any other YA series that I've ever read. It's just such a wonderful series, and I'm thoroughly enjoying making my way through them. So like I said, the Raven cycle is kind of my main priority right now, so those books are kind of just at the top of my reading list, and all the other ones that I'm currently in the middle of are kind of on the back burner. But nonetheless, I still am reading 3 other books, and the next one that I am currently in the middle of is Emma by Jane Austen. I reread Pride and Prejudice last month, and I fell in love with it all over again, and I decided that since I haven't read anything else by Jane Austen before, that I would pick something else up by her since I have 3 other books by her on my shelf. And a lot of people recommended that I start Emma next, so I did, and I am so happy that I did because it is absolutely fantastic. I'm only like 10 chapters into this, but honestly, already, I'm hesitant to say this, but part of me might like this a little bit more than Pride and Prejudice. I think that's partially because I'm reading this for the first time as an adult, whereas I read Pride and Prejudice for the first time when I was like in 6th grade, so I didn't really have an appreciation for it in the way that I can now. I don't know, I don't really know what it is. Maybe I just like the plot of this one better. Essentially, this story is about Emma Woodhouse, and she is kind of a matchmaker, so she will pair her friends with some people who she thinks would be great for them to marry, and then her own love story kind of gets tangled into that as well, and it's just so good. I'm loving it, and I cannot wait to finish this one. The next book that I'm currently reading is a big one, and it was actually in my Intimidating TBR pile tag, and rewatching that recently kind of motivated me to pick this up and start it because I just thought, why not? And that is The Final Empire, the first book in the Mistborn trilogy. I am again about 100 pages into this one, and let me just say, those 100 pages flew by so fast. Even though this book is like 600 plus pages, I honestly think that I could read it in probably like 2 sittings if I had the time. The writing and the plot are just so captivating that it just makes you want to keep reading, and honestly, from page 1, I didn't want to put this book down because I wanted to know what was happening and what was going to happen. Most of you probably already know what this series is about, but it is a high fantasy series that takes place in this world where magic exists, and the way that people can manifest their powers and use magic is by consuming metals, and they're called mistlings, and people who are able to use their powers in multiple different ways are called mistborns, hence the title. And it's just super interesting, and unlike any fantasy book that I have ever gotten to read, and I am loving it so far. So I cannot wait until I have more time to just sit down and dedicate to this because I know that I will fly through it when I do. And finally, the last book that I'm currently reading is The Grace Keepers by Christy Logan. This doesn't have the dust jacket on it, but honestly, it looks just as pretty without the dust jacket, so I'm not complaining. But this is a kind of fantasy, maybe magical realism. I'm not 100% certain because I haven't gotten too far into it, but it takes place in this world where the entire world has been flooded, essentially, and so there's a divide between the people who live on sea and the people who live on land. And the story is told from 2 perspectives of 2 different girls, one of them who is part of a traveling circus and another one who lives on land. And so far, I really enjoy it. The writing is really beautiful, and I've mentioned before, but this has been compared to the Night Circus, and I'm kind of getting those atmospheric vibes from it as well, so so I'm definitely enjoying myself with this one, and I cannot wait to see where it goes. So that is it, guys, for my May currently reading video. I know this is pretty short, but I just wanted to fill you guys in on what I have currently been in the middle of. So let me know in the comments down below if you have read any of these books, or if you're currently reading any of these books, what your thoughts are, or let me know what is the most interesting book that you're currently reading. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!